Welcome back to Fantasy Beach Boys, episode number 16 of Ad Drop Trade. Obviously, we weren't did a video last week because we were home. Well, Savage was home. I was here. So we gave our picks on Twitter. If you don't follow us on Twitter. We're ready to give you 3 great picks today.
Some juicy ones today for sure.
We had to get in the lab. We got them going. So Savage, kick us off.
Okay. So we're going to stick in the North Division to start here. And I'm going to go with, I hate to say it because this is Roach's favorite team in this sense, but former Leaf Connor Brown of the Ottawa Senators. He's a left wing, right wing, so versatile player, only roster at 2%. And simply just because his past couple of games he's been pretty hot. I mean, he had 3 goals, 2 assists in his last 6 games, so 5 points in 6 games with the Sens too, who do tend to struggle to score, which is pretty impressive. And he's logging consistently around 18 minutes a game, which isn't terrible for a forward. So yeah, like I said, he's been hot recently. I mean, might as well ride the hot hand while it lasts, and he's definitely available in your leagues. And worst case, if he starts to go on a slump a bit, you just drop him. But Connor Brown's my ad. He's been hot right now, so ride a hot hand while you can. So
yeah, I like that pick. I mean, he's playing on the first line with Brady. I mean, if you're playing on the first line, you get first line minutes, you're bound to get points. So yeah. I like that, and it looks like he's going to stick there. He's been playing well. Yeah. I'm going Sens too, and I remember the first Fantasy Beach Boys episode, I picked Josh Norris.
Oh yeah,
and it was good for a while.
Yeah,
it was a heater. He was doing well. Now we're going Drake Batherson, 7% owned.
Nice.
He's been playing well. He's seeing PP1 minutes. I'll tell you, this is like a Josh Norris type of pick. Josh Norris, he's done. Drop him. He's gone. He's playing like at one point he was on the 4th line. He's just not there anymore. Batherson's coming up. He's playing better. He started slow and now he's heating up. So I got Drake Batherson.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, with the Sens team, it seems like there's different guys stepping up at different moments within the season. And I guess it was Norris's time to begin the season. Now it seems to be Batherson's time. And don't get too excited. It's not going to be a full Sens slate today. So we're going to dive into the drop segment. And for me to kick things off, I got, unfortunately, Alexis Lafreniere of the New York Rangers. I've had him on my roster, and he's been just borderline brutal. I mean, he has only 2 goals and no assists in 16 games so far this year, and he's -7. He's a left wing, 35% roster, but simply I mean, of course he's a rookie, like it's expected, but at the same time, only 2 points to show in 16 games. It's kind of tough, and like his first point came on the 28th of January, and he just scored a goal the other day, so he had a huge drought. But again, he's a rookie, but at the same time, he's just not cutting it, and I think it's safe to drop him for now, and I don't really see him really picking it up with the Rangers, especially that team right now. So
yeah, I think a lot of people hyped this kid up because they thought he was going to be amazing. Like we saw what he did at the World Juniors. Like only people like Crosby. McDavid didn't really have a chance to do something like that.
Yeah.
But like only the greats do something with what he did. He absolutely tore up that tournament. Yeah. And everyone's like, this guy's going to be amazing in the NHL.
I was one of them for sure. I thought for sure he was going to be a stud. But
everyone thought he was going to be a stud. And obviously it takes time. I mean, he's got to get used to the NHL. It's a completely different game than junior. And it's going to take him a while. But I agree. He's just not ready this year. He's definitely a drop. And people are just have him on pretty much for his name.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong. He's going to be a stud in the league for sure. Just now is not the time. I mean, like Stützle, he's pretty good recently.
Stützle's looking good.
But just right now, Lafreniere just hasn't found his footing, and I don't think he's going to find his footing anytime soon. So I think it's a safe drop for now. But he will be a stellar player within the league.
I don't disagree. I'm going to the Blue Jackets, 59% owned. I'm going Oliver Bjorkstrand. Close. Definitely a name I would never pronounce right. He's just seeing inconsistent minutes. Obviously, Torts likes fluctuating the lines, but this guy started off hot, and now Laine comes into the mix. Laine's on first line. Obviously, he gets pushed back a little bit. Now he's seeing third line minutes, and sometimes he's playing like 10 minutes a game. I just don't think the inconsistency is just not worth having on your roster. Take someone else. Obviously, Roslovic is now like a stud on that team.
Yeah, he's looked good so far with that new team.
But I wouldn't take him. He's too inconsistent. I would drop him.
Yeah, I don't hate that at all. Dive into the trade segment.
Yep,
trade for segment. So this one's gonna tickle Cody's little funny bone. He's gonna love this one. Big Oilers fan, and that's Jesse Puljujarvi of the Edmonton Oilers. So he's 28% rostered, but as of right now, he seems to be a fit or a really like almost a lock on that McDavid line. And what you saw in what they did to the Flames the other night, they smoked them 7-1, and they beat him before. And he's been increasing his point production. And I think if he continues to play with that McDavid line, it's only going to go up from there, especially if you're playing with a player like that who's just so special and so talented. But at the same time, right now, I think it's a really good piece to trade for. I think you probably get him at fairly a cheap price, and the longer you wait, I think the higher his trade value and higher his stock go, especially the longer he plays with McDavid and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins on that line. So Jesse Puljujarvi would be my trade for piece as of right now. He's only 20% roster. I can see that going up fairly high fairly soon, so you better get on that quick.
Look, I mean, the Oilers are hot. They've proven they're like a scoring machine.
Yeah.
Obviously, goaltending's been an issue with them, but it's a little better now. But they're a scoring machine. I mean, if you're playing with McDavid, the fact that he's only 20% owned is kind of wild right now because obviously he's striving in that position on the first line. And yeah, I would offer a trade, see if the person's willing to give up a lesser piece for him. But test the water, see what you got for him. I'm going with someone who's coming back from injury. I'm going Nico Hischier from the Devils, 30% owned. I think that you can get him on a buy low. I mean, it's 2 games back now, and he hasn't been very good. Like, people think, like, people might have been holding on to him, being like, I'm waiting till he plays a game. And now the 2 games come. He hasn't been great. He's working its way in, but trust the process. Trade for him, and he's gonna be good. He's captain of that team. He's named captain for a reason. He's gonna play PP1. He's gonna play great minutes. He's just gotta work his way in. I would get him now. It's a complete buy low situation here.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I mean, I think he just got named captain like a few days ago, or not too long ago. But as well as that Devils team, they seem to be like kind of playing well recently. They haven't been terrible. I think they had a close game the other day, but yeah, the longer they play well, like I think Hischier can definitely rack up the points. And I think as of right now, people are a little scared of him, especially coming off that injury. But yeah, I think that's a really good trade for a piece. He's definitely proven the past that he's a talented player, especially at the World Juniors in his past couple of NHL seasons. So I like that a lot. Nico Hischier of the Devils.
I like that. So that's our 3 picks each. Comment who you guys like, any sleepers you see. Ask us any questions. Ask us what you want to see. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow us on Twitter for up-to-date news. And we'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.